that light's not too blinding for you. On a totally different sidetrack, different note, doing something completely random. On Tarkine we have the cabin, which is this area, and forward we have the skylight. And what we have is a break in the deck, so we have 2 deck beams, full length, that go right across the boat. Usually on bigger boats you'd have a cabin going the whole way, but we really wanted that break in the deck so that you can walk between the two and store a life raft maybe, or gas bottles or anything there. And it's a way of bringing your cabin in to give you more deck space, and we wanted a skylight pretty badly. We just love the look of a skylight and a small cabin. But we're paying for that. Well, I'm not paying for that, and Iefkes not paying for that, but visitors are paying for that. Because what happens is, I go through this boat forward 30 times a day. I never hit my head on this deck beam. People come visit the boat or do something, or someone's doing a little job or just helping out for the day, and they hit their head usually once really badly. It's always been in my mind that I wanted to cut a little cutaway here in the deck beam, which will just help the height and hopefully help the head hitting factor. So that's my job. It's just fully random, but Iefkes' mum hit her head actually pretty bad, and we have decided to give ourselves a touch more height. The deck is still plenty strong. These deck beams are, what are they? They're 90 mil. They're almost, they're massive. What are they? They're almost 4 inches, which is quite big. So I don't have a problem with cutting one away a little bit. Still plenty of structure and strength in the deck there. So yesterday I went through with the circular saw and just dumped it in there. And now what I'm going to do is run through with the Recipro and try and cut it evenly. I can't get the circular saw to the other side. There's no space for it. So I'm going to have to sort of fake it till I make it and try and make it fairly neat and accurate. Should be alright. I can do a demonstration walkthrough maybe, so I'm walking. And you just duck like that. But apparently, people keep hitting their head. Go for another demo walk. There we go. I'll prop the camera up with a couple of pencils. Oh, there you go. Right, demo walk take 2. So this is where my head is. It's shoulder height. I'm a pretty tall sort of person. And you're just sort of bowing, but I don't mind it. I actually don't care, but it's always embarrassing when other people hit their heads. You feel kind of bad because you built it that way. Also, getting up off the couch, sometimes people are a bit enthusiastic because they're like, oh, dunk. Right, I'm going to cut it. Watch this space. Trying to put it in around the wrong way. Slow down. nothing graceful about a Recipro saw. There's no way to make this look good. I'm sorry. Just got to butcher it. It'll look good once it's done, but it's a bit of a mission. Now I've got to get used to a different height. Oh God. I'm going to hit my head now heaps of times. How's my head? Ooh. Still gonna hit your head on that, there you go. The question is, do I just keep pursuing this or do I just give up and do some other stuff now? Tempted to give up. Well, it's sort of done. It's very rough. I'm just a bit over dust and stuff in here right now. So I think I'll leave it at that and come back to it another day. Yeah, it was with the circular saw, Recipro to help clean it right off. And then I used a grinder actually with a flappy disc just to help start that round. And then the belt sander is always a great one with the nose of the belt. You've got to be careful because it can jump on you, but the nose can really get in there and create a nice curve. I've got to sort out this whole flat area, but yeah, maybe I should try the electric plane quickly. You packed it, you get to unpack it. Is that the plan? Oh, the suspense. It's like Chris.
Oh, Damien must have had that. I wonder where he got the extra straps from.
Yeah.
So finally Iefkes is here to open the box. You're gonna do it. Oh.
Oh, this is very big. That is a really, really big room.
Fucking big, isn't it? I know. I'm worried now though. Huge. Yeah, I know. This is nice.
That is really nice.
No.
Yeah, it's nice with the...
Yeah, the brass is super cute. Yeah.
I can edit that out again.
Oh, that's nice.
We've seen it on the videos, but didn't know it was going to be this big.
This box has quite a story behind it. When me and Iefkes were conceiving the idea of Tarkine and building this boat, we could probably say 8 years ago now, maybe more, we lived in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam. This was a massive city, and they have this thing called Marktplaats, which is like the Australian Gumtree, except for boating wise, in my opinion, it's far better. There's just so much stuff that comes and goes on that platform. So I quickly sort of learnt some keywords in Dutch on Marktplaats so that I could refine my search areas, and we just hunted for bronze hardware, portholes, vents, blocks, just everything we could find, because it was very abundant there in high quality. From shipwreckers and stuff, there's a lot of wrecking of ships there, a lot of boats being restored. There's just more people, more and older. Not Australia, yes, it's a fairly old country, but it's nothing like Europe. And it doesn't have the history of boating like it does in Europe, so there's just naturally more stuff there. So we collected a lot of stuff. Can't catch a break. So many birds. That all got packaged into a box, and one day we met a guy called Damon who just happened to need to ship a rather large hatch to Australia, and he couldn't find any shipping options that were sort of reasonable. This hatch happened to be in the Netherlands, which Iefkes' family are from, obviously. So, hey, Mum and Dad, you know, can you pick up this hatch and maybe pack our box up and ship it to us? And of course they kindly agreed, which in itself was a lot of work, but it ended up being sort of a pallet-sized box, you know, with this massive hatch on top, and we shipped it to Australia. It arrived in Australia, customs and not immigration, sorry, customs and what was the other one? I just can't even remember. So it arrived in Australia, and Damon, this guy, took the box to his sister's house, I think, and it sat there for a bit, and then we were contacted by a man called Ian, a friend of Damon in Melbourne, who is a viewer of our channel, and said he will catch the ferry with this rather large box on the back of his ute and bring it down to us. This, from each person, the generosity we've received here is just monumentous. It's amazing how people were so kind to a project like this, and we just can't thank both Damon and Ian enough for their help in getting this box to Tasmania. I'm going to be like a little kid on Christmas Day trying to get all the bits and pieces that me and Iefkes haven't seen in probably, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years. We haven't seen this stuff because we collected it a long time ago, before we'd even bought wood for this boat. Before we even knew where we were going to build the boat, we were buying bronze hardware. And now finally we get to start using it on the boat. So it's just awesome. Thanks guys, you're the best. It's going to be slow.
Yeah, we've got one of these here. And I always thought we had more of them, but now we know. All the blocks. They've been in linseed oil for 4 years?
Yeah. So these are boarding blocks. They're from the Netherlands, a very small family-run company. I worked for them for 6 months, a year or so, and at one point before I left, they allowed me to work in exchange for a set of blocks for our boat.
That you made yourself?
That I made myself. So it was a really lovely gesture from Ording. If you ever need, honestly, I think the best built blocks in the world, then go to Ording.
They go pretty. Nothing really compares to how nice their design is.
That's stainless steel bindings, nylon sheaves, copper keeper plates.
And what timber do they use again?
Locust, yeah. Black locust. I'm pretty sure. I have to double check that. But I'm quite sure these ones are black locust.
Yeah, they're
Tough
very
as
nice.
nails.
Very nice people. Mother and son. Oh, that's pretty.
Cool.
It's a good little addition.
Yeah. It's a fun little fella.
So how many did you make? Do you remember? Everything, hey, for the whole.
Just the whole set for the Bermuda rig. So we've got everything, including the should be large. Should be a triple block. That one for the main sheet. And there's running back stays like this, and there's a bit of everything.
Amazing.
There's double blocks, yeah.
Nice.
Long time ago. What the?
That's cool. That you buy this.
I didn't know we had that.
I think Dad must have bought it.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
That is cool. I like myself a spotty.
It's a good ice light.
It's cool, isn't it, Mum?
Yeah.
You do? You want to hold on to this? Oh yeah, that's that. It's very clean.
Yeah. Right, world's heaviest winch is off.
I thought this was glass.
Yeah, I thought so too.
That's alright. Okay, I'll take these guys. Oh, they painted horse.
Yeah, they painted all the portholes gold.
That's one way of not having to clean bronze.
Nice, right there. These are good.
Yeah, they're definitely wood.
Yeah, they're very nice. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that was a good buy.
Bye. Definitely.
What you doing? What you doing?
Finally, my hovering workbench. This workbench also intertwines with some people's, which is well justified and fair enough, their safety worries for us falling off the boat and not having railing. But we have killed two birds with one stone today, for we have our floating workbench and it is evolving into safety railing as well. So it'll slowly work its way around the whole boat, and the idea of this workbench is that we can still work on the whole hull, on all the deck, everything, and we won't have to move this workbench. It won't be a problem. It's just floating above the boat and can be there for as long as we want. We could even take the boat out of the shed and leave it here, which would be quite funny. So it's just, once again, it's my favourite form of building because it's easy and fast, rough and lots of screws. It's just the complete opposite of boat building, but I love that sort of stuff. I love pine, flooring, bugle screws and just punching it out. It's so much fun. Also love building a boat, but you know. So what we have here is the start of the rail coming along here, making sure it's level, of course. This works into the aft end of the levitating workbench, the side of the levitating workbench, and then it's going to work its way along and further up. It's supported off the rafters in the roof. Oh, there. And it's also supported with a big beam that goes between the two posts over there. So it's quite nice. Well, I'll probably actually screw this to the boat, this bit, and then brace it up to the roof and down. This is just a railing. It'll get us to, or close enough to the stairs. On the other side, little intermediate fill in. Does anyone know what that means? I love Obi and Pancho. Odd. So then this railing here will go along here and create a bit of a safety rail. Then we might just screw something to the stem up to the roof and have bits of wood going to either side. But for now, it's getting there. And a workbench upstairs is just amazing. I've never had that before. It'll save my legs and my knees. So our latest video, we made a bit of a call out for our viewers to like and subscribe, leave a comment, check out our Patreon, and we are just blown away with the generosity and kindness we've received on that last video. Thank you everyone, you're phenomenal. It's just, it means a lot to know that there's so many people out there that care and enjoy about our project. Really, it does help a lot with building a boat. Just getting some awesome comments gives you a bit of like a, yeah, we can do this. We're going to finish this boat. As a few of you know, we're now 4 years deep and a couple more to go, I reckon. And like one of our viewers said, just running on a shoestring, you know, it is hard. We're literally building with nothing. But that's our problem, not yours. But still, you guys have shown some amazing generosity through just viewing, commenting, our PayPal fundraiser and patronage. It's epic and it's going to keep the videos going for sure. Yeah, so thank you everyone. It means a lot.